Netflix's The Witcher. Sirens of the Deep is an animated film that adapts Andrzej Sapkowski's short story A Little Sacrifice from Sword of Destiny. The film explores themes of love, sacrifice, and the choices people make when torn between their desires and responsibilities. The narrative revolves around two parallel love stories, one involving a human prince and a mermaid, and the other concerning Geralt of Rivia and the bard Essi. Agloval and Essi love story. A sacrifice for love. One of the central narratives of Sirens of the Deep is the love story between Prince Agloval, a nobleman, and Essi, a mermaid princess. Their love, however, is complicated by their different worlds. Agloval wants Essi to abandon her life in the sea and live with him on land, while Essi wishes for Agloval to join her beneath the waves. This struggle encapsulates a common theme in Sapkowski's work: how love often demands significant sacrifice. Melusina's deception. Adding further conflict is the introduction of Melusina, Essi aunt and a powerful sea witch. She is fiercely opposed to the union, as she believes it will disturb the balance between the human and merfolk worlds. Melusina uses magic to manipulate the situation, further driving a wedge between Agloval and Essi. As tensions rise, Melusina transforms into a monstrous kraken, threatening not only Agloval but also the town. In a stunning action sequence, Geralt engages in battle with the Sea Witch. Ultimately, he defeats her, restoring peace, but not without consequences. Agloval's decision. With the battle over and the political tensions between humans and merfolk still unresolved, Agloval makes a drastic decision. He chooses to drink a potion that transforms him into a merman. This act symbolizes his ultimate sacrifice for love, as he abandons his human life and responsibilities to be with Essi in the ocean. This ending highlights a key theme. True love often requires a willingness to change, adapt, and make personal sacrifices. While it is a happy ending for Agloval and Essi, it also raises questions about the cost of love and whether Agloval will ever regret his choice. Geralt and Essi. A love that wasn't meant to be. Running parallel to Agloval's story is Geralt's brief romance with Essi, a talented bard. Unlike Agloval and Essi, Geralt and Essi's story does not end in a grand romantic gesture, but rather in a quiet, painful realization that love isn't always enough. Essi's feelings for Geralt. Throughout the film, Essi is portrayed as someone deeply fascinated by Geralt. She is intelligent, charming, and cares for him in a way that is different from his complicated relationship with Yennefer. She sees the man beneath the Witcher's hardened exterior, and their bond grows stronger as they travel together. Despite sharing a night of passion, their relationship never truly blossoms. Geralt, ever the lone wolf, is emotionally distant. His heart still belongs to Yennefer, even if he doesn't explicitly admit it. The heartbreaking farewell. In one of the most poignant moments of the film, Essi and Geralt share an unspoken understanding. Their love, while real, is fleeting. Essi, unlike many others in Geralt's life, does not lash out or grow bitter. Instead, she accepts reality with grace. This farewell scene is an emotional gut punch because it doesn't rely on dramatic breakups or betrayals. Instead, it shows a mature and bittersweet realization that sometimes people meet at the wrong time or in the wrong circumstances, and no amount of love can change that. Thematic analysis. Love, loss, and sacrifice. The ending of Sirens of the Deep reinforces some of the most compelling themes in the Witcher universe. 1. The nature of sacrifice. The film's title itself references the idea of sacrifice, and the two main storylines explore different interpretations of it. Agloval is willing to give up his human life for love, while Geralt, despite caring for Essi, cannot give her the commitment she desires. One man embraces change, while the other remains trapped by his past. 2. The impermanence of love. While Sirens of the Deep features a love story with a happily ever after ending, Agloval and Essi, it also presents the reality that not all love stories are meant to last. Geralt and Essi's brief relationship highlights the fleeting nature of love and how timing often plays a crucial role in its success or failure. 3. Geralt's emotional burden. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of Geralt's character is his struggle with love and attachment. He is a man who, despite being deeply connected to many people, often finds himself alone. His inability to fully open up to Essi stems from his own emotional baggage, particularly his lingering love for Yennefer. 4. The supernatural versus the human. Much like other Witcher stories, Sirens of the Deep explores the conflict between the supernatural and the human world. Melusina's attempts to prevent Agloval and Essi's love reflect the age-old struggle between magic and mundane life. Similarly, Geralt, a mutant created to hunt monsters, finds himself constantly battling against his own humanity. Final thoughts. A melancholic yet poetic ending. The Witcher. Sirens of the Deep delivers a satisfying yet bittersweet conclusion. While Agloval and Essi find a way to be together, their story comes at the cost of transformation and sacrifice. Meanwhile, Geralt and Essi's romance, though tender and genuine, fades away, leaving behind only memories. This duality between hope and heartbreak is what makes the Witcher stories so compelling. The ending of Sirens of the Deep reminds us that love is rarely simple. Sometimes it requires immense sacrifice, and sometimes, no matter how much we wish otherwise, it simply isn't meant to be. Thank you once again for being a part of Flick Flash. Until next time, keep watching, keep exploring, and keep that movie and TV magic alive. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more exciting recaps. This is Flick Flash signing off.